Call us right now, 800-682-1075. Tell us about the embarrassing time that you ripped one in front of somebody by accident. Like, you didn't mean to do it, obviously, and you're like, oops, because there was a reporter that was interviewing a professional hockey player and, just really, really ripped one.
What's gone through your mind in the last 48 hours from the end of the game on Saturday to the start of this one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't great feeling last game, but what was the question?
This is live?
Yeah, so it just...
That's awful.
Was the reporter sitting down?
We don't know.
We don't know. Okay.
That we don't know.
Oh, yeah, it did sound like a chair echo. It was a friction. Yeah, that was a friction fart. Yeah.
Or like you're holding, and you think, oh, I can squeak this one out.
I can do it.
I can do it. I'll muffle it, and then
No.
Smacks the plastic chair. And vibrates and echo.
To be all honest with you, probably a majority of humans do, fart.
Oh, totally.
Majority, all of us do.
We all
Science.
do. But you mean gathered together?
Well, I think what happens is sometimes we try to do it in a silent way, and I have my techniques, but it doesn't always happen the way we want to.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly the point. And so 800-682-1075, tell us about the time you ripped one on accident.
Gosh.
And it was embarrassed. Let's go to Chris. Chris, go ahead. Tell us about the time you ripped one on accident.
I was working out with some friends at the gym.
Oh, yeah.
And we were doing benches. And, about died because as soon as it hit my chest going back up, it came out. And then they're laughing, not spotting me no more. And then I'm dying of laughter and can't get the weight off of me because I lost all my strength laughing.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking and laughing like, you going to help me or what?
Nope. Nope.
Not getting near you.
I love it. All right, Chris. Good. Great one. Let's go to, is it Nikita? Naquita. All right. Pretty name. Tell us about the time you ripped one and were embarrassed.
Well, it was the first day of school, 6th grade.
Oh.
Oh.
I was sitting beside the cutest guy in the class. Well, first day of school, they always want to go around, introduce yourself. I'm doing that. And I'm trying my best. I knew I had to, but I was trying to hold it. Did not work.
And
it was what you would call a silent killer, I guess.
Silent but
I
deadly.
was so embarrassed.
how the class react?
Everyone was looking around trying to figure out who head down in shame, trying to act like it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And, oh, man, that's a rough way to start. Thank you.
Oh, that's terrible. At least it didn't make a noise, so you could deny
you
it.
can deny it, yeah.
But I do know a lot of kids, including my my own son, they would hold their gas and number 2s in all day because they were too embarrassed to go in school.
Yeah.
And as soon as they got in the car, it was like, like what?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really not healthy to do.
No, my daughter's done it before. I'm like, Ava, no.
I can't remember that ever being on my mind when I was in school.
I would hold it in like a fart in the class.
In the classroom.
But I'd definitely go number 2 at school. I didn't care.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, but
Fight through the cloud of smoke and then from the teacher's lounge.
Sometimes the doors weren't even working right in my school.
Oh, they took the doors off of the bathrooms in my high school.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, we had doors.
You did?
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
We didn't.
I mean, I was like excited to do it, but I just didn't care. I'm like,
I think they took the doors off because of the smoking problem.
Because smoking, yeah.
And now vaping. All right, let's go to Renee. Renee, tell us about the embarrassing time you ripped one.
Okay, so it's actually not me, but I was teaching a fitness certification in Georgia, and it was sold out. So we had about 55, 60 people in this room. And, it was one of the parts of the training where I'm giving a lecture and we're talking about, the body and it's the physiological responses and everything. And all of a sudden, this older gentleman, he was just stretching his back, I guess, and he lays back. And when he does, he lets out this ginormous fart, and it was so loud. And, like, I am trying, and everybody busts out laughing, and I'm trying to act like be professional and not, like, be immature. And, like, I had to turn away from everybody. But the more that I tried not to laugh, like, the more I just couldn't help it. And it was just, and I felt so bad for him because everyone knew it was him, and then I just lost it, and then everybody lost it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor old guy.
Yeah,
That's
when
going to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, when a stranger farts in front of you, it's so awkward.
It is gross.
Like, I don't know you.
I
and
don't.
I know that you didn't mean to.
Mm-hmm. And then I have to smell the inside of your body.
Yeah.
And there was probably a little mess that came with it.
Yeah, I know. Like, came right out of your BH
Yeah.
into my nose piece.
Ugh.
Let's go to Barbara. Barbara, tell us about the time.
I heard it's actually healthy, by the way, but go ahead.
Oh,
Farting?
Well, good.
No, to read somebody else's, but it's fine.
Oh, no,
What?
thank you.
I think
They
it's
did a study.
I think it's a weird porn site you're on.
No, they did a study, but go ahead.
All right, let's go. Methane's healthy to breathe, I guess. Barbara, tell us about the time you ripped one and it was embarrassing.
Hey, good morning. I'd taken up golf with my husband, and we were on the driving range, and I took a swing, and it was so loud. It was awful. I did not see it coming at all. I was so embarrassed.
Oh, in a sport that's supposed to be silent.
Right.
And how do you go on after that?
Yeah, you're right, Katie. It's the one silent sport.
It really, you're just supposed to be super quiet. Yeah. Mm-mm.
She's like,
Right.
4. My bad.
But, you're
all
really
right.
like twisting your whole entire
Yeah.
body. And so how could you not?
How could you not? You know Tiger Woods be farting.
Of course.
Radio station.
Oh,
Oh, Diana, yes, you are on the
Hello.
radio station. Is
Hey,
Katie.
I'm so sorry.
Tell us about the embarrassing
AML, sorry.
AML. Thank you. Tell us about the embarrassing time
Yes.
you passed gas.
So I was actually getting a tattoo for the first time on my ankle, and the way they had my leg propped up,
Oh,
I was a little nervous, and it hurted real bad. So I kind of farted in his face.
Oh,
The good thing is it wasn't a stinker, but it was pretty loud.
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing. And what's the tattoo? Let me guess. This too shall pass.
No,
You see that a lot.
no,
It'd be
it was
perfect.
my first one, so yes.
All right, thank you.
Who smelt it, dealt it.
It's just a fart cloud. Let's go to Mary. Mary, tell us about the embarrassing time you ripped one.
Okay, so I was at work, and I had a patient in my office signing papers for surgery,
Oh, God.
and I had to sneeze.
Oh,
And as soon as
no.
I sneezed, it just came out, and I know she heard it because it was loud.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I am so, so sorry, but she laughed it off with me, and it was okay.
That's embarrassing.
Like, all right, we got you some.
Use
laughing-
your anesthesia.
Yeah, you're laughing gas a little early here. There's no charge for this one. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Katie, not our Katie, listener Katie.
Although it could be me. You never know.
We know you have one. Tell us about the time you ripped one and it was embarrassing.
Hey, I love y'all so much.
Thank you.
So I started working at this new doctor's office. I was pregnant, and I was getting over a cold, and I'm talking to this doctor that I work with. Like, I'm telling him an update about a patient, and I start coughing, and I'm standing in his office, and it is the biggest fart came out of me.
Oh, my
I
God.
was coughing, and I was so embarrassed because I had just started working with this doctor. I'd only been there for 2 weeks.
Oh,
He didn't
man.
know me. And now to this day, he does not, 2 years later, he does not let me live it down. Like, he still talks about it.
That's a
And
good-
I was actually sick a couple weeks ago, and he goes, don't go farting on me now.
That's awesome. And you don't have a farter voice.
No.
Some women and men have a farter voice.
Oh, yeah.
You sound like someone who doesn't fart, so now I'm really scared. I'm just disappointed, really. All right, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to Anonymous. Anonymous, tell us about the embarrassing time you ripped one.
Well, a few years back when I first started dating my ex-husband, we were just Netflix and chilling, watching a show, and I sneezed and farted. It was very unexpected. I saw him from the corner of my eye turn his head so fast, and all I could do, my thought was, look straight, look straight, look straight. And I asked him, what happened? He said, did you hear something? I said, oh no, I thought it was something, from next door.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you sure it wasn't a fart?"
Oh, he was doubling down.
Okay, I can't let him know. Not too soon. We just started dating. I said, no way. It was not me. It must have been something next door. A week later, we're at my house. I'm living with my mother at that time. And she goes, "Oh, she told me how she farted in front of you the other day." Cat's out of the bag.
Wow.
Let everyone know.
Yep. You ever seen that meme?
It's
It's
not a
like
secret anymore.
it's a meme, and it says, when you tell your mom your secrets, and it shows the mom the next day, she's holding a press conference.
Oh, no.
There's like a camera and everything.
Yes.
It's funny. Christian, go ahead and tell us about the embarrassing time you ripped one.
Yeah, I had gone to lunch with a coworker, and we went to Subway, and
That's your first mistake.
she said something. Yeah, and she said something that had me just rolling, and I lost all control. And they have those thin little wooden benches, so it just amplified the noise.
yeah.
It was loud, and the restaurant was pretty much just us and the employees. So there's no way they didn't hear it. And I mean, it was loud enough that I couldn't do anything but just own up to it. And I was like, "Wow, you got me going so much I couldn't help it." And thankfully she was cool with it. It didn't smell, which I'm sure contributed to how cool she was with it.
Yeah.
But
well, hope you
yeah,
married.
it's a memory that stuck.
Hope you married this lady. She sounds like she's funny.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Subway, eat fresh. All right. Gross. Let's go to Amanda. Amanda, tell us about the embarrassing time you ripped one.
Okay, so I had a huge Super Bowl party where everyone came. People I didn't know came, and I was drinking Four Loko.
Oh, God. Four Loko part?
Oh.
You know anything about Four Loko, it pretty much ruins your life.
Yes.
It's a low octane.
Always.
It does.
I ended up face down in my living room, and a friend of mine came up behind me, and he said, "I'm going to crack your back." And it's just the whole room went silent, and he pushed on my back, and it was like that scene from Step Brothers. It wouldn't end. And so everyone heard it. And so I kind of tried to, close my eyes and pretend like it didn't happen. And, a few minutes later, he comes up to me and he said, "Hey, Amanda, can I crack any more farts out of you?" So I just army crawled to my bedroom and shut the door and woke up the next morning on the floor. That's the only thing I remember from that.
Oh, my God. That's one of those things where you're like, what did I do last night after you've been drinking? And imagine knowing the whole room just heard you do that.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying.
And then you army crawl to your bedroom like no one's going to see it.
Right. And then don't make it to your bed, just on the floor.
Yeah.
Great story. Thank you.
Oh.
Man, that's hilarious.
That does happen sometimes. You're like, I'm just going to close my eyes and pretend like nobody can see me.
Yeah, everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Wow. I have one real quick. I remember being in college, and it was with a bunch of members of our church. They had a thing where they called it young single adults, and you'd meet, and then you'd go hang out somewhere. We're at somebody's apartment, and I was trying to be funny. I said something. I was trying to do a dramatic exit, you'd had to be there.
Yeah.
But I was like, and I went to go open the door, but the door was locked.
Oh.
And when I pulled on it, I expected it to open, and it didn't. And I was like,
oh boy.
And then I couldn't get out of the door. And so I was farting in front of everybody. And it was all girls.
And you're locked in.
All single girls, and I was singing. I'm like, this is great. And then they laughed more, and I wanted to die.
Yeah.
Because I don't even fart in front of my brother. I know you think that's weird. I don't fart in front of.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah,
I've been married for 17 years and never purposely farted in front of anybody.
What is why
Combined,
not?
So feminine.
Yeah, combined, true. Why?
I don't like when people do it, so I'm trying to be consistent.
Oh, you don't want to get it back.
No.
Yeah, I don't
see.
like it either that much, especially when women do it.
Oh, shut up.
Because it's a compliment, but I think Jared agrees.
I do agree with you on
when
this one.
women do, because I swear there was a period in my life that I didn't think women were capable of farting.
I wish they weren't.
And then all of a sudden, you start dating people after they become comfortable, you hear it, and it's just like this beautiful. Right?
That's what it is. You're so beautiful.
And all of a sudden, that's what happens.
You're a
it's
human
devastating.
being.
I know, but
it's devastating.
But it is a compliment in the sense that we view you as such beautiful creatures.
Yeah, well, you
beautiful
shouldn't.
human beings.
You should not. That's like putting us up on pedestals, and
No, but
you
I mean,
can't live
we
up
do
to
it
that.
either way. We should not.
Can't. No, we're human beings.
Well.
Human beings have to get rid of the farts.
Right.
Well,
you
we know
have
that
to.
now. Yeah.
Now
Well,
you
it's
don't
kinda
have to be gross about
Can
it.
I give you the male version? It's
Yeah.
like seeing like a burly a man with a beard, and you walk in and he's in his room playing the violin. It's just like you're like, what? This doesn't make sense to me.
That's not the equivalent.
Or he's playing classical piano. It just doesn't in your mind. You're like, how's this happening?
A bodily function.
I'm just saying because you view manly man. He's in there like, I don't know. I'm telling you, beautiful, and then the smell on top of it.
Well,
I was shocked one time. I was in the middle. It was in the middle of the night, and I actually Carol's fart that was silent. It didn't wake me up. The noise. The smell was so bad it woke me up. And I looked at her like, what the hell? Like, well, it didn't make a noise. It smelled so bad it actually woke me up.
That's rough.
Well, it's healthy for you.
I have offended my husband in so many ways. Like, because I go to bed normally earlier than he does. And so sometimes I will just be in there letting him rip.
Yeah.
And I don't think about it because I'm like asleep or I've fallen asleep, whatever.
Right.
And one time, recently, he came in and he was like, oh, I can peel the covers back.
That's like
Escapes.
open up some old Tupperware. Boy. No, you don't want to be doing that.
Like the
So
locked
bad.
tomb in Egypt. He just let the curse out.
Yeah.
That's awful. Mommy has returned.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
That's so funny.
Didn't
Matt,
know.
we know you fart. You look
Yes.
like a farter. You look less like a farter, but the smaller you've gotten, but you're still definitely a farter.
The one time I farted in front of somebody that was just the most egregious, it was with former intern Hugs. We were in the station car going somewhere, and it was almost like I forgot he was just there.
You just didn't care.
That he's a human being.
He's a human. It didn't even register to me, and so I just sit down. We're in the car, and I was like, "All right, here we go." And you know when you like push it out, it gets louder. I did, and as soon as it happened, I was like, "Oh damn, someone's in here." I looked at him. I was like, "My bad, dude." He goes, "Whatever."
I don't even care. I don't even know where I am, bro.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Squid.
So once when I was like maybe in middle school on the bus, riding the bus home, I farted. It came out really loud, but I immediately deferred. And I was like, this girl named Brianna was next to me. I was like, Brianna! And then everyone thought it was her. And she was actually my realtor who helped me get my new spot. So it's a small world.
Wow.
She did a nice thing for you,
Yeah,
and
she
you
did.
blamed her for your fart.
Yes, I did. I threw her under the bus, literally. Yeah, threw her
Literally.
on the bus. There was also another time where maybe it was this year. I was at a house party, and I was out back, taking a pee. And then I was
peeing in the yard.
Yeah, take a pee by a tree, and then like taking a pee. Sometimes you gotta let a fart out. So you let a fart out.
Yep.
But as soon as I let it out, it wasn't just a fart.
Oh no!
No.
I was like, oh
that is
gosh.
disgusting.
So I pee, and then so after I finished, I kind of like pull my pants down a little bit, and I'm like, I did it. I sharted my pants. And then so luckily,
I did it.
shouts out my boy Ryan. I call my boy. He was inside Ryan. I'm like, dude. I don't know if you have some like paper towels or something, but I need you to help me
Or
out.
toilet paper?
I was like, some toilet paper. I need you to find something because we didn't know this person's house. And then and I was like, I'm out back by this tree, like to the right at the deck. And he's like, bro, I got you. And then so he only found a paper towel, so he throws them over. And so I start trying to clean up, and I'm like, bro, this isn't. I call him back. I'm like, dude, this is not good enough. I was like, do you have anything in your car? And he's like, actually, my mom bought me some pants a year ago. I never took the tags off. Threw them back in my trunk. You want them? I was like, please.
That is a nice friend.
Yes,
I know.
it is.
Yeah.
And then it's
Crap
funny.
all over his new pants.
So I just took off my pants and my boxers, just threw them under this random person's under their deck. And it's funny because I was wearing khakis and his pants he gave me were like blue jeans. No one noticed. No one noticed. They fit great. I walked back in. No one noticed.
Like, is this Mr. Rogers? Is he changing his clothes?
My God.
Can you imagine the person that goes out doing
No.
some yard work?
Oh yeah, I thought about that.
Goes
I'm like,
under the house and sees
Crusted
crapped
over.
on.
yeah,
Khaki pants.
yeah.
Absolutely
I
not.
love
Yeah,
that.
they probably sat there for a while because
Yeah.
the backyard was kind of dirty anyway. So I was like, they probably won't see it for a while.
Was it Katie's
Whatever.
No, not kidding.
Just
No,
kidding. Well,
but-
she had a toilet in the back.
I
Yeah,
did.
that's true.
In my, so we lived in this place that was called, literally called Camelot at in Boone, and I can the whole entire time you're telling the story was the massive house parties that we used to have. Number one, I'm surprised that the deck never collapsed because it was it was assembled for collapsing. But we used to have massive house parties, and I can picture somebody doing something just like that.
Yeah.
I pictured it the whole time you were talking about it. I'm like, yep.
And panicking, and then what do you do?
Yes.
We were talking about the time you ripped one by accident, and it was embarrassing because a hockey player was being interviewed, and the reporter ripped one. I think we have time for one last call. Justin, tell us about that embarrassing time.
Yeah, so I was an ER nurse at the time, and I had a patient who was unconscious and unresponsive. I was in the room, and I don't know what I ate, but it started brewing. And I was like, oh, man, this is perfect. This patient is not going to know. I can just let it out and go on about my life. I ripped the nastiest fart ever, and they're usually not, like, loud and audible. And so I just let it out, and it vibrated the emergency room. This patient woke up. And she looked at me and said, well, do you feel better? I was like,
oh, my gosh. Like, do you feel better?
Yeah, I know. And I saved her life. My fart saved her life.
You did.
That's a miracle fart right there.
Wow.
What a hero.
You're a hero, really.
It's a hero. Doing God's work.
Yes, that's right.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate it.
Wow.
Fart saved a life.
Revived an unconscious person.
Told you.
Wow. You're right, Jason. They are good for you.
Good for you.